Going on, y'all? Sup and Smoke. We back out here with another one. We're not in our usual place today. We're back at home today, and I got something very special to show you guys, so just stay tuned. Drop some comments, some reviews. Let me know what you guys think of this one. I haven't shown it on the channel before, so really hoping you guys like it, but stay tuned. Alright guys, this is my car. It's B16B, so it's out of a Civic Type R, turboed. Still retained AC, still got power steering, still retain my cruise control. For today, the main goal is to change this throttle body out. Now we do have a new one by our friends over at Speed Factory. This one's a 70mm throttle body. We're gonna try to swap that out with this one today, and I'll walk you guys through how to do that. Yeah. So for now, we got started like this. See, them bolts have Allen heads on it. There's like 4. One up there, one on the bottom, one right here. That's the only one that I have. I don't know why it's a mix match, but there's one more Allen bolt towards the bottom. So we're gonna use these Allen keys right here. Size 5, I believe, or 6. Just gonna start unscrewing these bolts. Alright, now that that's all done, this is the one we just took out. Able to get all the screws off. Got to take the TPS sensor, throttle position out, put it into here on the new one. This one you can tell is way better build quality. This is like some eBay garbage. I don't even know where this came from, but also got to change this sensor. That goes up top here. Also came with new gaskets from Speed Factory, so we're gonna slap those in. The only trick is, you can see, this one has these little nozzles coming out of it. This one doesn't. I had deleted them. But now that I'm putting this, I need to put those hoses back. So somewhere in here, as you can see, this rubber hose, I'm gonna have to cut it in half. That's where the delete was. I'll cut it in half, and then I'll put one of the halves on this side, one of the halves on this side. This one can stay deleted. This is like for evap system or something, but these two, if I cut it in half, I'll leave the top one, put the top one here, and put the bottom one through there. So hopefully it shouldn't be that hard, but let's get this started. First I gotta scrape this old manifold gasket for the throttle body off so you can put the new one on. I can't leave it like that, so get right back with you. Alright, we got the throttle position sensor still on this one. Just took up the map sensor from there with the little gasket. You have to make sure you take that off also. Put it right here on top on the new one. Now you got to put the TPS sensor here, but you also have to reset it once you put it on the car. So like, you could just put it in for now, but you still won't really know until you actually go drive and reset it with a multimeter. So not really a big deal. You just slap it on. However, don't tinker with it too much, and then you readjust it once you put it on the car. So this one's pretty easy, just 2 fill-ups. I'm gonna take those off, slap it on the new one, and start putting it back in. We officially got all that stripped off the old throttle body. Done. Put the new ones back on the new one. Done. Now I need new screws. They got gaps in it. I don't know. This one is missing a screw. But for now we're gonna worry about these hoses at the bottom. So I'm gonna come over here. I have to get a blade so I can just cut this right down the middle and just connect them. Let's see if that works out. Hopefully. Alright, so we got that hose cut. This part is gonna go to the front gold little nozzle on the throttle body. This part is gonna go to the silver nozzle. Alright guys, we got that all connected now. So see down here, connected the tube that I cut to the gold in the back. Lighting kind of sucks, but connected the back one. Now for this one right here, I have this tube which comes from the black evap canister. So you gotta snake that up. Try to connect that up and out the way, but we'll do that for last. That's the easiest one. Alright, we got that all tied up. Got the bottom hose in. I don't know if you guys can see it down there. Yep. Got the one in the back locked in. Now we just gotta lock all the bolts down, connect everything back in, put the throttle cable back, and we'll be all ready. So the way it works is I'm kind of terrible so far at doing this work while filming. Usually I just do the work and I don't really film, but kind of forgot to film some of it. But we'll get back into it. So I finished that throttle body, like I told you. Now I have a new turbo coming in, so I was able to drop the whole turbo I had. It's going out of there now. Here it is right here. So it was a 6857 turbo, I believe, but it was scraping inside the turbine housing. I don't know if you can see the blades in there, but yeah, and it also has shaft play. So before I even started running that turbo, I figured it was a better idea if I just changed it to avoid any problems in the future, because one good hit and those little fans inside the turbo scrape the housing, you could chip it and it goes flying into your engine. So you'd rather spend a little bit now to save a lot later. That being said, we also have these to install. These are hard race upper control arms, and they like almost match perfectly with the wheels. Now for those control arms, it's pretty simple. It's like 3 bolts. You gotta do the ball joint and then the 2 bolts holding it up top. So I already did the other side. Like I said, I'm terrible at filming, but it is what it is. This side, as you can see, is these bolts. So I already got this one loose. You had to take out the battery, which is usually here. I got the battery on the floor right there. So there's another one of these bolts button here on this side. I'm gonna take that bolt out. I already came down here. I did most of the stuff. You can see it's already broken into 2 pieces. That's the arm I'm changing right here. I already separated it from the knuckle. You can see I got my K-tune coils down here. It's gonna definitely liven it up till this piece is old and rusty, so I'll show you guys when I get it on. It should be on in like 2 seconds literally. This bolt's already on its way out, so finish taking this one out. Maybe I should just do the videos like this. Loosen it up until I can do it with my hand, and then just, because when I pick up tools, it's hard for me to film without a tripod. I don't have a tripod, so it's kind of hard to film and whatever, but give me a second. I'm gonna just take out that other bolt and take out the whole control arm. Alright, so I got these 2 bolts out up top. I had already separated all of this, so it's literally, all you really have to do is just pull it out at this point. Now this is like a night and day difference. If you look at this compared to that, it's a no-brainer. Which one are you really gonna want? And this is camber adjustment. So right now they look like they set to pretty much 0. When I get a wheel alignment, I'll have to check, make sure it's right or not. But we're not driving it right now, so it's cool. Basically brand new. Show you guys when I put it back on. Alright, so we got that all put in. You can see it up there. This is the upper ball joint now. And it sits inside the knuckle, right up there. So you gotta slide it back in, like so. Make them meet again. Now you just put the screw back in, a cotter pin, and you're pretty much good to go. Just gotta tighten those screws back up on the sides. Now for those wondering how I separated this in the first place, from the first control arm, all you need is a really big hammer, or a heavy hammer like this. You hit at it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and it should separate. The trick is, you gotta hit it right in the sweet spot. Literally right there. If you hit it hard, like you mean it a few times, it'll separate and you'll be able to change it, no problem. Just a trick if you don't really have the ball joint separator tool. Makes it way easier. But just tighten these screws up here, each side, and get right back. That's all done now. You can see the cotter pin's in there now, right in that little hole I showed you. You just stick it through and bend it back. Safety first. All that's tied up. It's pretty fast too. Just gonna slide the battery back in and pretty much done with that. Put the tire back on and you're gonna see how the front wheel sits. See how this one's kind of poking out now. You're gonna see how that one looks. Got that all done, took the jack off. Now one thing I noticed is, if you look at the front wheel, it's kind of like perfectly flush now. So I'm guessing the camber was set like to perfectly 0, because before it was more like cambered in. So now I'm gonna have no choice but to get a camber kit for the back, because the back is kind of too cambered compared to how the front looks. I like it like this better. It looks more track ready, even, you know, more race carish. But this one also is the same way. Pokes out now. I like it. It looks cool underneath. Goes perfect with the car theme. But now we're just waiting on the turbo. And I think the install of that will be in the next video. So with that being said, it's up in smoke. Catch you guys on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Peace.